And we are back. USATF Journey to Gold podcast, 2024 World Indoor Championships, Glasgow, Scotland. We have Yared Nuguse. How are you, sir? Silver medalist, men's 3,000.
Yeah.
Firstly, as a young man of Ethiopian descent, how did it feel to lay the hammer on your lay the hammer down?
Yeah, that felt pretty. My dad was actually talking about a lot. He's like, honestly, I was just so glad to see you beat the other Ethiopians. Just like, cause like we're from the same place and everything, and a lot of camaraderie there. And we talked before the race and they're chill, but like, you kind of just want to be like, one up like the place you're from a little bit. So. That was a pretty good feeling.
He
honestly.
definitely didn't see it coming at all.
No. I mean, I feel like he should have. Like, come on. He knew I was a miler. Like, at some point, he had to know.
I got something. I'm going to drop the hammer at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, that's tough, though. I mean, about 45, 50 meters to go, you just put it in 7th, 8th gear and just rolled out, man.
Yeah. I'm just not one to give up, honestly. Like, even if I'm not, like, I felt like I was in contention for the win. I look back, I was like so far from it, but like I was still just like, I'm gonna fight with everything I have to like the last lap, because I mean, why not, honestly?
Speaking of fighting, it looked like there might have been somebody getting boxed in. There was some movement going on in that race. Walk us through a little bit of that contact that happened.
Yeah, so I feel like a lot of the middle part of the first like 2/3 of that race is like pretty simple. I felt like I was in control, not too many people in front of me, and like I felt like I was in a good position. And then like kind of like the last K, it kind of like not like crumbled, but like wasn't as like ideal as I wanted it to be. I think I should have made some smarter moves, especially towards like the very last lap, to kind of like be like right on Josh and Barrega, like right when there was one lap to go, so I could like kind of counter that move they made really fast. But you live and you learn.
I'm about to say, it looked like your teammate might have kicked just a little early in that race as well. But did you all have any conversations about that, or?
Not really, no. I mean, I figured like I was really happy, honestly, to see Olin up there and like kind of putting himself out there, because I feel like when you do that, like, and he was there like with me kind of like a lot of the race too. He wasn't like sitting back or anything, which I really appreciate. Kind of like having someone else who isn't gonna like really like fight you that much for it. But like like come that last lap, I was still just like, I'm still gonna like obviously be fighting for anything I can get. So but yeah. Still.
And then we talked about this a little bit before we started as well. So that 200 PR, we're talking about the kick, not necessarily the open 200. But say we asked you what you could do, all out full tilt, and you said what, 24-ish?
Yeah. I think like 24 is kind of where I'm maxing out.
And then you came to the last two in what, 25, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, like 25 low. It was pretty impressive for a 3K, honestly.
Rolling.
So you're in pretty good shape then right now.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like, we want to like still do really well at Worlds, because it's still Worlds, even if it is indoors, and just like, come out and see what I can do on a world stage and get that experience. So really happy to do that and still be sharp as ever.
Well, you're leaving with more than just the experience. Obviously, you're leaving with a little bit of money in your pocket.
Yeah.
and the medal. How does this, I mean, how does it feel, right? I know you're pretty intrinsic and cerebral guy. You read, caught you at the track, watching the meet and knocking out some chapters. So, I mean, you're living your dreams, right? Like right now, right? When did you realize that was the case for you?
Yeah, I feel like, honestly, a few months into pro running was kind of when I started realizing how good I had it. I feel like at that point, like a lot of my friends had gotten like, real jobs and like, working that 9 to 5 or like med school or something. And like, just hearing like what they're going through and stuff, I'm just like, damn, that sounds like
I'm so glad
lot of work. And I'm just here like chilling like 90% of the day, just like minding my own business, like maybe go on a second run, but like mostly just 2-3 hours of training a day and just like calling it. And, it's just, I'm just feel so lucky and grateful to be able to do that and just like, have it all also surmount to something so amazing like a silver medal. So, yeah.
What were you reading as well?
Yeah, it's this book called Oathbringer, the third book in this series called The Stormlight Archive. Just this big fantasy book, like massive, 1,300 pages or something.
Huge book.
And I'm just
the font in the book is probably like 9 points.
It's like, so small. Yeah. Like he made it smaller too. It was like bigger in the previous books, and then he made it even smaller. So like it's just crazy. But like I I don't know. I've just like kind of recently gotten into reading also.
Yeah.
I feel like this year I really like hit my reading stride. This is like my 7th book of the year, and we're like 2 months in.
Yeah.
And that's like a lot for me. I know like some people are crazy, but like, you know, I was like, I'm just rolling through these. And
I'm too deep, man. Both audiobooks too.
Yeah.
So it's like,
And so a lot of people, they talk about their nerves prior to a race. They get nervous, they're scared. Like, does that kind of help calm you, just the reading, or is that what you do to take your mind away from that?
Yeah, I mean, like, I definitely get like a little nervous. I feel like everyone does. You kind of want to be, because I feel like I always like rephrase my own nerves as like excitement as a little bit. So it's just like, you know, when you're there like really early at a meet and it's like not even like an hour till you warm up, then it's kind of like, oh, like I kind of have like a little bit of time to kind of like do whatever, listen to like some softer music to just like kind of like mellow out a little bit and not get like, not really let the nerves consume you. Like you want it to like excite you and propel you, but like you don't want it to be like, you know, making you shake or something.
And I'm about to get messy, so you might as well buckle up.
like Lionel Messi, or like
No. Yeah, we are, I guess, in the right place to talk about that, huh? So I won't use any names. I won't be that messy, although, however, I could. I watched some things on social media last year where somebody said, hey, just hold tight to me and I'll make sure you get that record. You're going to get second. And now, you know, I just watched it. I'm a sprinter, or was a sprinter. Words like that, we didn't take them too kind. So, I mean, is that extra motivation when people talk to you, or do you just kind of blow it off, or how do you deal with that?
Yeah, I guess I kind of just blow it off. I'm not one to really like take stuff like that too seriously.
Yeah.
I feel like especially in like distance running, it's like it doesn't feel as deep as it does in sprinting. I don't know. Like in distance running, there's like so many variables, and like, you know, like I feel like sprinting's like a hardcore like push everything you have into like one small moment, versus distance running's like tactics and like, I don't know, the weather or whatever. And it's just like a lot of other little things that kind of come into play. And so I think it's kind of funny when people do that, but you know, like for me, it's just like, you know.
So you see it though, like you've noticed it, or you hear it, right?
Yeah, of course. I see it all, hear it all, but it's just like, I don't get like too caught up in it.
All right,
honestly.
and I will give you, you know, tactics. I understand. You can say whatever you want to say, but I watched that kick last night, and that was definitely the sprinter's grunt whenever you were passing to go from third to second. And honestly, you know, people here are watching, your teammates are supporting you. They, you know, they always hope that you can finish first, but a medal is a medal at the end of the day.
Yep.
And I think you have a little bit more dog in you than you think. We might need to see you on that 4x4 if these boys keep playing around.
4x4. I might have been in high school, but I don't know about that now.
So, you have siblings.
Yeah. 5 siblings.
5 siblings. You are number 3?
4.
Number 4.
Yeah.
How is it for your 2 twins? All right. So you got 2 underneath you, right?
Yeah, 2 beneath me that are
2
twins.
beneath you that are twins. How is it being the big brother who is, you know, on running, right? Road to Paris, just, you know, just medaled here at the World Indoor Championships.
Yeah.
Ethiopia by way of Louisville, by way of Notre Dame, now in Colorado. Like, it's been quite the journey up until this point. And I'm sure you're quite inspiring for your family as well, especially your younger siblings. So how's that? You taking them on runs? What's the situation?
No, I mean, I'm the only runner, and just like, I feel like honestly, they're kind of like, you know, they're supporting, but they're proud of me, but like, you know, they're kind of like over it. Like they're not gonna be like, Yared, you did so great, we love you, like good job. They're gonna be like, you lost.
Yeah. They try to keep you humble a little bit.
Like even if I
rough.
win, and even if I win, they'd be something like, oh, you won again, boring. Like, so they keep me grounded a little bit, and honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. I feel like, you know, I have enough people telling me like how great it is and how proud they are of me. So it's kind of fun to mix it up a little bit.
Who's the most vocal person in your corner? Like, who's the you know, your biggest cheerleader or biggest fan? The person, if you run a race, you win, and you open your phone, who's the first message gonna be from?
Ooh, that'd probably be from my friend Peter Werlin. He was like my roommate back in college and like also on the track team. Just great friend of mine and just like super avid supporter. Knows everything I'm doing and when I'm doing it, and it's just like gonna be like screaming at his TV even if I'm running like some random meet in like the middle of nowhere. So definitely him.
If you finished in Paris, you know, top 3, you had your flag, and you randomly saw him in the crowd, would you be shocked?
No, he will be there. He is gonna be there. He already told me. Yeah.
Ticket booked already.
Yeah. No, all my friends, they're like, yeah, we're gonna be there. Like, hell yeah, Paris, let's do it. So, you know,
Dang, that's
just gotta make it there first. Not
right,
wood,
right.
but
Not to forego the
Of
journey
course.
to Paris.
Yes.
So what does the outdoor season look like for you? I know, Dathan is cooking something up for you as it relates to training and races leading to the trials. Do you have any idea of what the road to Paris is going to look like for you?
Yeah. I feel like it'll be like a few races, nothing like crazy before the Olympics. Probably like pre or something like that to be a really like big one to get me in ready for the trials, and then maybe like one more after before the Olympics to kind of like keep things fresh a little bit, and then just kind of like going for it from there. So not a ton before. Feels like a lot shorter of a season this year. I don't know why, but like, yeah.
That's how it is when you're winning, man. When you're doing well, it seems like it just flies
Everything
by.
just zooms on.
Zooms by. Well,
I'm about to say, how's your relationship with on running? I think they're relatively new to our sport. I'm seeing more and more people, captured by their efforts and collabing with them. So, what do you like about them? How has it been?
Yeah, honestly, that small feel has been like a lot of what I really appreciated. I feel like, I'm like constantly meeting with like some of the people who are like literally making the spikes for me, and like they've done so much in such a short amount of time, and like really listen to what the athletes kind of want when they're doing things. And it's just like, I mean, I haven't been on any of the pro teams, but it feels very refreshing. I feel like I hear like, you don't have other brands like caring as much for their athletes, and I feel like On does a really good job of that. And I feel also, they're also just like, I feel like they're on the cutting edge of like technology for the spikes, at least distance spikes. And so that's just been really great to have a sponsor who's just like really devoted to like running as a whole and just like, making the best shoe possible for their athletes.
So can we see a signature shoe coming anytime soon? Have they made a deal with you that if you medal in Paris, you're going to get your own shoe?
I mean, they didn't say that, but I mean, maybe if I won, they'd be like, yeah.
No, look at the camera and say that. Yeah, you gotta look at the camera.
Make me my own shoe if I win, please.
So
actually, I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could pull out my own shoe. Honestly, I don't know if that's for me, but we'll see.
Who you want to start with? You want to start throwing shade at Jacob first, or you want to throw shade at Josh first? What you want to do? It's like a Disney Channel, Jake and Josh. Wasn't that a show? So obviously Jake.
Josh,
obviously Jake wasn't here.
True. Yeah.
How'd you feel about that?
I mean, he's injured, obviously, so he's just kind of like getting his feet back under him.
Low,
but I really do want him like there in Paris. I feel like it's gonna feel a lot better if I can just like, be able to like race both of them at the same time versus like, only like half of the strongest competition being there. So I hope for a speedy recovery, so we can have like a real like fight and race at the Olympics. But
right. You want people at your best. I understand that. I was kind of that way too. Like, no, don't come out here with the excuses. Stay home. Stay home until you're ready, and then come out here so we can get to it.
Yeah.
And my bad. Watch this, Adam. You ready? Finish these lyrics. You ready?
Oh,
bad boys, what you gonna do?
What you gonna do when they come for
Keep
you?
going.
Bust. That means no.
Come on, man.
Bro, that was as far as I was going.
That's it, bro.
What?
We gotta really. Nobody knows the lyrics. Martin Lawrence don't know the lyrics. Will Smith don't know the lyrics. Nobody knows the lyrics at all. So Josh is dropping down into the mile. How you feel about that?
I mean, the mile's always been his event. Like he runs like the 3K, and I do too, but like doesn't make us a 3K or 5K runner. Like I don't think he likes the 5K much either, honestly. So no, I think like the mile is kind of like both of our like main events, and that's what makes it like more exciting to kind of like be in the event that like you really want to be like doing your best in. So
you're displaying a lot of range too. I mean, so we gonna see you in the 5 or
no, never. maybe a lot later, but like I don't like the 5. The 3 is great, but the 5, you add 2 more K and it just becomes way too much.
So the 400 or the 5 first? Which one would you see you in? Or the 4x4 or the 5 first? Where would we see you first?
Oh, you just skipped the 800, huh? You just went
I
right
mean,
to the 4?
Yep.
Like,
I'm still going to try to make him a sprinter.
I think 400 over 5K if possible. Just because like also 400 like you don't gotta, I don't know, there's not much like fighting going on. It's just kind of like sprinting. You know?
Eight would have been too easy. We already know what the answer would have
that's
been.
true.
I mean, 8's like, I don't like the 8 either, but I think 400 could be fun, different, you know.
Man.
All right, well, we get this 4x8 in the World Relays back eventually, and Mason can do something.
Now that'd be hype, honestly. I'd be down for that.
You heard it here first.
All right, well, we appreciate you, brother, for joining us. Congratulations to you. I hope that you get to relish in this moment just for another 24 hours, and then it's time to get ready for Paris. So short-term memory, as you know. But look, man, I'm proud of you. It was a hell of a race. I was in the warm-up track. I had to run from up under there because I was like, wait, what's going on? It's getting crazy, you know. So, but it was good to see, and it's been special to watch you kind of grow through your career up until this point, and we look forward to seeing what you do.
And where do we follow you on social media or anywhere else?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, Yared Nuguse. That's it. I don't do much else, but still, thank you guys for having me. It's been a great talk.
Hopefully you come back at least by Olympic trials so we can see where you are.
Oh yeah, I hope so.
Ain't no hope involved. You'll be back, bro.
Yeah,
I'll be
you're coming back.
If we got to come find you, please. All right, you heard it here. We'll see you next time.